Germany's foreign minister agrees with that. He says he's confident the first phase to halt the war in Gaza can be achieved this week.
Wir begrüßen, dass Israel diesem Plan zugestimmt hat.
We welcome that Israel accepted the deal. Now it's Hamas's turn. And Israel has the responsibility to make sure the transition between the various phases of the plan is successful. We need the ceasefire for Gaza as soon as possible so that hostages can be released.
Geiseln freikommen.
The first phase aims at a ceasefire as well as the release of hostages and prisoners. It also includes restraint in the military conflict and making sure supplies will be shipped to Gaza. According to the German foreign minister, those points can be achieved this week, but he adds that he thinks the next phases of the deal would need more time. And the European Union also wants to get involved in the peace process. Vice President of the European Commission, Kaja Kallas, reportedly weighed in on the situation today, according to agency France Press. Kallas says the EU is seeking a role in Trump's transitional authority in Gaza. The president plans to set up a so-called Board of Peace. Kallas told reporters that the EU should be part of that board. Here's more on the ongoing peace efforts.
Speaking to reporters outside the White House Sunday, President Trump told reporters he thinks a deal is progressing quickly.
We had some very good meetings. The countries of the world, a lot of the countries surrounding Israel, frankly, Muslim, Arab, and many others have had great meetings with Hamas, and it looks like it's working.
In a text message to CNN's Jake Tapper Sunday, Trump warned Hamas faces destruction if it refuses to cede control of Gaza. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says his government has accepted Trump's peace plan and that now the responsibility lies with Hamas.
This plan consists of two parts. The first part is releasing all the hostages. Israel makes a tactical withdrawal, stays in Gaza. And then the second part is meant to demilitarize Gaza and disarm Hamas. That will be negotiated. Of course, I can't tell you if Hamas will agree to it. I think that it's possible. I hope it'll happen, but I can't guarantee that it'll happen.
Speaking in Jerusalem Sunday, Israel's Foreign Minister Gideon Saar said a deal may be closer than ever.
I hope that we are the closest to a hostage deal since the deal in January. And I want to thank President Donald Trump for all his efforts with regard to this huge mission of bringing back our hostages back home. We are doing everything we can to bring our hostages back.
Saar said Israel is ready to begin the first phase of Trump's plan immediately, focused on releasing the remaining hostages, both dead and alive, in Gaza. Outside the Prime Minister's residence in Jerusalem and across Tel Aviv, Israelis gathered Sunday to pray for their release.
It has been more than 2 years that our brothers and sisters are captives in Gaza. When we've heard the news from President Trump on Friday evening, we were very emotional and excited about the potential upcoming release of all of our brothers and sisters from captivity in Gaza.
And solidarity spread beyond Israel's borders. In Athens, Greece, people gathered outside the Israeli embassy, waving flags and singing Israel's national anthem to mark 2 years since the Hamas attack that started the war.
Today there is an anniversary of the 2 years of the terrorist attacks in Israel of 7th of October, where I personally lost some friends, and they are still hostages in Gaza since that day. I hope with the new deal, the hostages to come back and celebrate at last peace in the Middle East.
Under Trump's proposal, Hamas would release the remaining 48 hostages, surrender power, and disarm. In return, Israel would halt its offensive and withdraw from much of Gaza, release hundreds of Palestinian prisoners, and allow an influx of humanitarian aid. Trump says he's pushing for results within days, warning that time is of the essence, or, quote, massive bloodshed will follow. Discussions about the first phase of the ceasefire plan are expected to wrap up by the week's end.
A search for family members sheds light on the shocking practice